Yo, it's your boy Eddie Star coming to you live on the pad. I wanted to talk about Russell Westbrook, man. You know, I won't disparage the man and disrespect the man like Skip Bayless. I'm calling man out his name, but it just was a bad fit. Now, if you was going to tell me like you was going to have a blame pie, I would say like 60% of it is LeBron James' fault, and 40% of it is Rob Pelinka. But overall, last year it was just a terrible fit. Now, some people say that, man, Russell Westbrook, he at least showed up to the games. He at least showed up. He at least played a good portion of the games. Like, our biggest problem isn't Russell Westbrook. Our problem is AD. And while I somewhat agree with that, I just feel like Russell Westbrook was not a good fit. From the jump, from the start, it was just a combination of just everything being all bad. And it would be nice that Russell Westbrook would play his heart out. It just didn't. It just was a bad fit. And the only way that you solve this problem is that you got to trade Russell Westbrook from the team, because his contract is $47 million. And you got to get that. You have to trade him somewhere, whether it's the Hornets, or you got to find some team that's willing to take on that contract, so that way you can get somebody like a Kyrie Irving. And in my opinion, Coach Vogel got the short end of the stick. While his lineups were his rotations were very suspect. You were like, what the hell are you doing putting? I remember we had Rondo and Westbrook, and we were going up against the damn Charlotte Hornets. And I was so frustrated that game because he was playing Westbrook so hard, and it was like, dude, you need to have Rondo in the game. And it was just super frustrating. It was like a major step back from what the team was. Like, the team was worse with Russell Westbrook than it was with Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell, and KCP. And it was just an utter embarrassment, like losing game after game after game, and it just not working. So I won't disparage Westbrook or call Westbrook out his name, but I'll just say it was just a bad fit from the start. And like I say, the only way you fix this problem is if you get rid of, you find a way to get another team to take on his contract. Because the longer that you have Westbrook sticking around, it's just not going to work. You're in the Western Conference where you got Memphis. These guys are some young. They're kind of like what OKC was back when Kobe was in the league. When you had a young squad full of Kevin Durant, James Harden, and the young Westbrook. And it's crazy that I'm bringing this up, but I'm just saying, like, there's younger squads that are out here that could just clearly outplay the Lakers, and the Lakers are just old. We got all of these players that are just bad fits. We had no shooting. We had no defense. We give up in the second half. We'll have like a 30-point lead, and we'll blow the lead and lose the game in the second half. Like, it's just outrageous. So it was just a bad fit, man. So what team wants to take on Westbrook? maybe the Brooklyn Nets. Not Brooklyn Nets. Maybe the Charlotte Hornets, being that he is a member of Team Jordan, and Michael Jordan owns a team, and this could be a year that they take on Westbrook's contract, and he kind of shows LaMelo the ropes of being a superstar. I don't know. But the Brooklyn Nets, they're like, nah, no thank you. We don't want Russell Westbrook for Kyrie Irving. And then you got to kind of think, it's like Brooklyn Nets, with the whole request by KD saying, hey, I want to trade. I want out of here. I want to get out of this place. KD is going to have to go to the team that offers the best assets. May not even be the teams that he requested. So it could be he's going back to OKC, or he's going back to Golden State Warriors. I mean, two teams that have like major assets to get him, but I don't think the Warriors would put forth the assets to get him. I'm hearing the Celtics. But as far as the Lakers are concerned, their focus is getting Kyrie Irving. And the bad part about that is the Brooklyn Nets know that they want Kyrie Irving. It's like if you go to a car dealership and you specifically say, hey, I want that car right there. If you specifically say you want this car out of a dealership, they're going to be haggling you. They're going to be trying to figure out ways to kind of get you. But the thing is, nobody wants Kyrie Irving because he's proved to be very, very inconsistent as far as playing games and showing that he's a max player. He has a talent of a max player, but between him not wanting to get the vaccine, between him having his little, whatever his beliefs are, he hasn't played that many games within the 3 years he was signed to the Brooklyn Nets. That's why the Brooklyn Nets are like, hey, look, we're trying to get rid of him as well. So what do? Do you wait until you get rid of Kevin Durant and, let the pieces fall after that? Because I feel like a lot of things are being held up waiting on this waiting on this Kevin Durant deal, seeing where Kevin Durant goes. I'm hearing over 15 teams are throwing their hat in the mix like, hey, look, we want a shot at KD. So 15 teams are going after KD. That's more than half the league. And I think a lot of things are being held up until people see what happens with Kevin Durant. But I'm thinking that, look, we're going to have to get a 3-team deal. We're going to have to get a third team involved that's willing to take on Russell Westbrook and that $47 million. I don't know who that third team may be, but Lakers have to figure that out. And Kyrie Irving, although he may not be, he may not be the cure to everything, he is a cleaner fit. He is a better fit on the Lakers with LeBron and AD preferably than Westbrook. We've seen throughout history what Kyrie Irving and LeBron James can do together. There is no problem as far as fit between those two. And I would argue that it's probably even a better fit now that LeBron is much older and willing to concede or let Kyrie Irving take over more games. The thing is, it's just will Kyrie Irving play these games, due to the restrictions and, what the NBA says, hey, look, you got to get this vaccine, or you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to go here, got to go there. Is it worth the headache? A lot of teams are saying no. They don't want that headache. But anyway, man, it's your boy Eddie Star. Just giving you a quick update, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.